What is up, guys? It's Scott with Never Hedge, back for another update on EEENF, aka 88 Energy. Today was pretty fucking terrible, if you ask me. We're basically down 80% today on this. And I think I found the press release that sent this stock plummeting. Full disclosure, I'm still holding long, and again, this should be treated as a long-term investment if you are holding, and if you do decide to hold. It's going to take some time to get the oil out of there, but I found this from Investor Place. 88 Energy has been one of the most buzzworthy Reddit penny stocks. Recent posts on the include claims that shares are lottery tickets and takeover rumors. Other posters focus on the March 22nd news that the company had successfully drilled a surface hole at Merlin 1 location of its Project Peregrine zone. That buzz seems to be back, but less positive this morning, as EEENF is trending as a top stocks related term and ticker Tuesday's pre-market chatter. What I found, they posted the PR from the company, and so as far as I can tell, the 80% drop was due to this piece of news here from today, April 6, 2021. Right down here, basically one of their drills lost power, or the project lost power due to equipment malfunction. Let's see if we can find that here. The second run of the program was designed to take samples across these zones. Initial observations indicated the presence of an oil signature in the fluid. Using an optical fingerprint sensor down in the downhole sampling tool, after communication was established with the reservoir in the deepest zone of interest. A slugging of hydrocarbon and water then occurred, which is often a precursor to hydrocarbon flow from the reservoir. However, a power outage due to equipment failure necessitated pulling out of the hole for repairs prior to any sampling being obtained. After repairs were completed, the run back in the hole encountered several sticky sections indicating poor hole condition, so a clean out run was undertaken. Re-entry with the sampling tool was then executed to move to the lowest zone for testing, but good communication was not able to be reestablished with the reservoir despite observation of a similar hydrocarbon signature on the optical fingerprint sensor. The time the hole had been open and consequent potential formation of damage may have contributed to this issue. A decision was made to move to the next shallowest prospective zone, which had exhibited good oil shows and petrophysical characteristics, but wellbore condition issues prevented a test as the tool became stuck. The tool was free, but the risk of returning to that zone was deemed too high. Not being able to sample these two most prospective zones does not preclude a discovery. However, analysis of sidewall cores and potentially further drilling may be required for confirmation. Significantly, one of these zones is considered to be a new prospective horizon within the Nanushuk formation that may be wholly within the Project Peregrine acreage and was not one of the pre-drilled targets. The other zone is interpreted to be shared with one of the zones in the Harrier prospect to the north of Merlin. Further work integrating the results from logging with the seismic is required to map/remap the volumetric potential of these zones. Several samples were taken in zones interpreted to be less prospective on the way out of the hole, of which contain low saturations of hydrocarbon, which now will be sent to the laboratory for testing. The presence of hydrocarbons in these zones is considered to be encouraging for regional prospectivity, but does not constitute a discovery due to low saturation level. It is now too late in the season to initiate flow testing operations and forward the program, and the forward program will consist of plugging the well. The well may be re-entered in the future if warranted in order to drill a sidetrack to conduct a flow test. Additional information related to Merlin 1. Merlin 1 is located in the NPR region of the north slope of Alaska with the following coordinates. 88 Energy has 50% of the working interest in the well and is the operator. The well was spud on the 10th of March 2021 and then drilled to total depth of 5,267 feet. Multiple prospective pay zones in the sandstone reservoir between the depths of 3,400 and 5,100 feet have been identified. However, more analysis of the data is required to determine a gross and net pay. Fluids recovered via downhole sampling will now be sent to a laboratory to determine the hydrocarbon saturation, phase constituents. They, however, are deemed to be mostly comprised of water. Note, the two most prospective zones in the Merlin 1 were not able to be sampled due to operational issues. This might be, well, this doesn't mean that there's no oil there. It just means that they were not able to be sampled due to operational issues. Managing Director David Wall commented, despite the operational issues that prevented obtaining a hydrocarbon sample from the two most prospective zones, the results of the Merlin 1 well are very encouraging for the potential at Project Peregrine. We appreciate that these early results may be difficult to interpret. That is because we do not yet have all the data required to allow interpretation. This means some uncertainty remains. However, it is already clear that Merlin 1 has delivered by far the best outcome of any of the 5 wells drilled by 88 Energy in Alaska over the last 6 years. He then goes on to say, particularly encouraging is the apparent presence of oil in a zone that has not yet previously been targeted in the NPR-A. Whilst the potential volumetric size of this zone is not yet known, as it was not a mapped target in Merlin 1, the formation could be extensive based on an initial interpretation. The other most prospective zone with good shows in petrophysical characteristics is shared with the Harrier prospect and will likely high-grade that for drilling in 2022. The company is extremely proud to have been able to achieve this result from a wildcat exploration well drilled on sparse 2D seismic 60 kilometers from the nearest control well in the middle of the Arctic winter. Project Peregrine, in combination with the 100% owned Umiat oil field, has the potential to deliver substantial returns for shareholders in the form of a potentially large oil field development. We look forward to providing more data as it becomes available over the next few weeks and months. This is not great news. I did find again with this oil stocks are particularly volatile, and this one is no exception. I did find this survey Matt Cecil, Maryland trader, put out. EEENF, who is still holding? Hell yeah is 87% of the results. No is 12.6. There is a lot of panic selling, so if you're still holding the bag right now, again, I can't tell you what to do, but if it were me, I would just forget about this for a while and check back in 6 months. And that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks so much for staying with me this far. I will give you guys more updates if and when I find them. See you next time.